Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Mobil on V8 Supercars TV. Welcome. We just want to say thanks. It's been a while since we had our last show, but COVID and everything else sort of stepped in and reared its ugly head again. And we're actually very excited to be back with you guys, for another show. So. We've had two races since then. We've raced at Swartkorps. We raced the Passion for Speed, which was also delayed due to COVID. In fact, delayed by a couple of months. But having said that, good race event for us. And this past weekend, we have just raced at Red Star. Exciting race, challenging track, but we obviously appreciate everything that's taking place as far as racing goes to get things back on track. So sitting next to me, I've got Thomas Reeb. And Thomas, thank you for being on our TV show once again. And we obviously just want to talk about the previous round being Swartkorps, and obviously the last round that we had, which was Red Star, and which you actually finished third and third.
Yeah, it was two good races. Do we start with Swartkorps or?
I think let's start with Swartkorps. Obviously, good result. Perhaps the second heat not quite ending off as the way that you would want it, but tell us about the race.
Yeah, so Swartkorps, we qualified well. We started on pole and had a good start, and then unfortunately, the guys were hanging on, so the race started at quite a good pace. I was lucky because Franco caught me, and he was starting to scratch me a little bit in my back, and then the safety car came out, and we were lucky we finished the race behind the safety car. So it was one of the easy ones to win. The first race at Swartkorps, I'm not ungrateful, saved by the safety car. The second race was different. We started with a reverse grid, and there was quite a lot of fun in that race because quite a lot of fighting. A lot of the guys were fighting hard in the front, and then for some reason the race was quite a bit short. I think we finished fifth in that race, or fourth, thereabout.
Thomas, if we look at last year's season, at this point, last year you were leading the championship. This time around, I think Mackie sort of led it for the last round or two, but this championship is wide open. We obviously know this guy has won. Mackie has won. He's a previous championship winner. You've put it on pole. You've won races. What do you think at this stage now is going to be the difference between Thomas Reeb saying, I'm moving it in the championship over Mackie Adlam, and everybody else out there that's actually racing now to try and take victories and positions from you?
Well, so obviously the biggest problem is Mackie, that Mackie keeps doing well. And I got to give him credit for that. It's always great to have a good fight. I think the biggest problem with last year and this year is we tend to do very well and we win, but then when we don't win, we finish further back. Where Mackie is very good at, if he doesn't win, then he's right behind you. So I must give credit to him. He's a strong adversary, but I'm not going to make it easy for him. So I think the solution just is to keep winning, and hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah, agreed. So I think that at this stage now, it's more a case of just consistency, and obviously, our added bonus points are critical. Pole positions, fastest laps, overall results. So going forward now, we have two exciting rounds. One obviously confirmed. The other one we're just waiting for the official announcement. That being the Kyle Army 9-hour. Swartkorps, what lies ahead for Thomas Reeb as far as your tire situation right now? Have you obviously there's a lot of guys have taken previously have taken 4 tires. Did you take 4 tires? Are you now in the situation where you're going to be looking to save tires for Kyle Army? What's your plan forward?
So I very much believe in that you eat the elephant bite by bite, and Yeah, we have always done well at Zwartkops. We've had a lot of poles in the last 2 years at Zwartkops, and I'm normally quite quick there. But yeah, as I say, it's the follow-up race, race 2 with the reverse grid. I've also played clever with the tires, so I did save tires at Red Star and ran on used tires. So I have a fairly good situation at Zwartkops, but obviously, subsequently, if we go to Kyalami, I might be a little bit short. But I believe in you go guns blazing every time you have a chance. So yeah, we'll go as strong as we can at Zwartkops. We know we're good, so let's see what happens.
And then just coming to the last race that we just had this past weekend, I see the viewers are probably watching Thomas Reib at his best, Mackie Adlam on his back bumper, and Thomas, I want to say a fantastic race. You held it from effectively start to finish. Mackie put pressure on you. You didn't fold. But there's another story to this. And the other story being is that your mechanic Marius came running to you and said, we have a problem. And that problem starts from race 1, where you managed to hold Mackie off to take the win.
So you're being very polite. I mean, you had the pole position, and you were leading us around the track for the first few laps till you had a mechanical gremlin. So you were very strong. Yes, I think this is the widest Chevy Mackie has ever seen in his life. I think for 8 laps there, that Chevy was wider than a Potco bus. But yeah, I played it clever. I knew Mackie is strong on the brakes. He's strong in the corners. So I just made sure we had a good exit from all the critical corners in the first race. We came back. The car was fantastic. So we had our hamburgers and a Coke, and we waited. I was about to say a beer, but we did not. And we were sitting, waiting, counting down the time for the second race when we realized we had a broken stop axle. And 40 minutes before the second race, we had to strip the front suspension and weld up the suspension. I can't blame my mechanic, and Marius and the team did a fantastic job. The car was great. What went wrong in the second race was operator malfunction. There was nothing wrong with the stop axle. I just forgot to turn in 2 corners and took a few shortcuts trying to reach Witbank in record time. But yeah, I was lucky. First time I went off in the second race. I hope I don't know if they're going to show that on the TV. But the first time I went off, I was saved by the red flag because I went off as the red flag came out. So they gave me back the lap, and then I just did it again. That's not how you win races, and that's what I was referring to. We won the first race, but in the second race, I think I finished 4th, where Mackie came second and then first, and that's not good enough to catch him.
Thomas, you know what? Consistency might pay off at the end of the year. Results count, and congratulations. It might not have happened in the second race. You won the first race. Lady Luck smiled on you. Remember that. So you know what? Congratulations, 3rd overall. So yeah, I'd like to present you with 3rd for Red Star, and not only that, 3rd overall for Zwartkops Passion for Speed. So
thank you.
Well done.
No pretty girls.
Calling up Roy Aubrey from Haval Edenvale to present the prize.
I don't have to kiss him, do I?
No, you don't. No, you don't. But he looks
Only there's a pretty girl there. Your luck's out.
And you're right.
Okay.
Put the microphone down and then
Yeah. Congratulations, Thomas. And Thomas is our leading winningest driver who has won 3 races this year. Congratulations. Next, I would like to just to get on with our prize giving before we interview some more of our drivers. I just wanted to get a bit of feedback from Thomas. From Passion for Speed, I would like to call up Richard Fuller, 2nd overall, just to have a quick chat with him before we continue on with our prize giving for Red Star and for Passion for Speed. Turn the mic on. Get up. Richard Fuller.
Strange position, this one, eh?
Friday, you would have seen, in fact, Saturday, you would have seen Richard in the hot seat of interviews, just giving a full rundown on his world of racing, go-karts. He's raced off-road cars. He's a go-kart world champion. And now he is a, how do I put it? He's finished on the podium on
trainee
Mobil,
V8 Supercar
Mobil 1 V8
driver.
Supercars. Richard, welcome.
Thank you, Terry.
Just if ever we could talk about a blast into a series, Richard, you did it.
I had a gas, an absolute gas. I was given a car that actually made it very easy for me. Got my mentor in the back there is Rolf du Plessis. He actually made this all possible from Team 22. I think he's been a fantastic inspiration. I mean, that guy's ridden V8s for I don't know how many years now. So when he called me the one day and he said to me, Rich, I want to put you in a V8. I'll make you a champion. So I said, yeah, Rolfie, yeah, we'll have a chat. Anyway, he arrived in my office an hour later and he said, I've got a car for you. So I said, Rolfie, don't know if I can do it yet. Not ready for this yet. He said, don't worry about anything. I've got the car. It's on its way. So I said, oh, okay, all right. He says, we'll see you out on track in about 2 weeks' time. So that it was. We were on the track on the Wednesday, and 2 weeks from there, we managed to get a couple of hot laps in. Car felt good. Like I said, the setup was incredible. 2 weeks later, we were entered into the Swartkorps event. I think we managed to qualify 5th or 4th there at the time. Weren't too far off the pace. And managed a 2nd overall for the day. So got accustomed to the car. I must be honest, I do know the track, so I was quite familiar with the track at the time. The car was, as I say, exceptional. Red Star was a different event, but let's go back to Swartkorps. I prefer to talk about that one. We managed to put a 2nd on the grid, and or overall. And again, thanks to Rolf du Plessis for that one. I think it was all due to him. Joining this V8 family, this Mobil 1 family. I mean, I've been in a lot of series before. I don't think I've ever seen this sort of camaraderie between the guys. It's quite exceptional. Everybody's mates have a drink and a beer afterwards. It's something I haven't seen. You know, normally everybody's in their own camp trying to win their own race, set up their own cars. This is quite different. So yeah, Terry, I'm thoroughly enjoying the experience.
Hi Richard, that's awesome. Before traditionally we've started off our program with talking to drivers, your background, your sponsors, and all of that. So, Richard, just give us a little rundown. Your racing career, just in brief. I know that it stretches a long way. You know, tell us from where you started, what you've done, and your end goal of obviously Mobil 1 V8 Supercars. I know you're going to chase a championship. It's just in your blood. You're a karting world champion, but just give us a rundown, whether it be motocross bikes, whatever it is. Just tell us what Richard Fuller, the 40-second start to finish of motorsport. Where does it all begin, and where are you now?
Firstly, I think I started the sport very late. I mean, I started motorsport when I could afford to buy a go-kart. I started at the age of 20. Managed to win a regional championship, a national championship. Got out of that, got into a polo. From the polo, got out of that for a few years, then managed to get a drive with Atlas Copco, in fact, at the time, in a BAT Spec 2 open-wheeler off-road car. Huge experience, lovely experience. 2 years later, I was actually looked after by Regent, Terence Marsh at Regent Racing. He supported me for 2 years, got into a V8 BMW Dakar type car, thoroughly enjoyed that again. Then took a bit of a sabbatical. My son, at the age of 8 or 9, got him into a go-kart. I thought, you know what, let's put him into a kart. I got into a kart, got into a GP125, managed to win an SA championship there. Then rode a DD2. So yeah, karting was where I went. I represented SA in Italy in that year. And from there, another sabbatical. And then Mr. Rolf du Plessis decided to call me one day and entice me into a V8 Mobil 1 Supercar. I mean, that's the pinnacle of it all. I think probably one of the most recognized categories in the country. There's no mistake in the sound, the noise, the look, the feel. It's the most incredible car I've ever driven, and that 500 or 600 horsepower under your right foot. There's no ABS. There's no driver assistance there at all. So it's all about your your right foot and brakes, and it's all you at the end of the day. So, yeah, where am I going with this one? Yeah, I want to win a championship, Terry. I'm here to win. Next year looks good, Mackie. I'm there.
Everybody, Mackie has that target on his back for some reason.
It's because of that gold number 1 on his car. Why is it gold, Mackie? Yeah?
There's a couple of gold number 1s on that car. And yeah, well, Richard, I got to say that, listen, well done. Your arrival in V8 Supercars has just been phenomenal. I think your approach to it as well. I know you put in many, I don't want to say minutes, laps, I'm going to say hours at Swartkorps to prepare for this. And from the V8 Supercars family, we want to welcome you, and a super job. Before we get on to the results of Passion for Speed, your race at Red Star, new track, unfamiliar. I think we all battled to remember, except for Mackie and David. They've done a million laps there.
Yeah.
But I think we all battled to remember that the track is just crazy. It's left, right, left, right, left, right. Before you blink, you're braking. You should have accelerated in that. Where to from there? I know you weren't happy with your results. You obviously strive for perfection, but for you, Red Star, a track you want to race at, how did you find it to start with?
I think as a racing driver and as a team, you've got to realize that you can't always have the good ones. To appreciate the good ones, good old cliche, you've got to have a few of the bad ones as well. And I think this was just one of my bad ones. I can't really blame the circuit. I'm not familiar with the circuit. I'm not particularly keen on it, but that's just a personal thing. We had a couple of mechanical issues which were not due to setup. I mean, not due to preparation, that I can tell you. We lost the power steering belt because a stone went through the belt. It's just an unfortunate thing. We had a rear diff failure, which is not due to a bearing or anything else. It's actually something we've never seen before in a rear diff in a V8 car before. So certainly not through preparation or anything like that. It was just a bit of lady luck wasn't with us on the weekend. My pace wasn't 100% there. Friday wasn't great. Saturday we were there. We were catching. We were competitive, but just that little bit of luck that we needed wasn't there this weekend. Or that weekend. I think that's in a nutshell. It didn't quite go away on the Saturday.
And lastly, we know your pace at Swartkorps is going to be there. It's our next race, 23rd of October. But Kyalami, 3rd and 4th. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be practice the 2nd, race 3rd, and race 4th of December. New track, once again.
I'm not sure how many of us have actually driven that. I haven't seen the track. Well, I've never driven the track, the older Kyalami, yes, of course. Dying for the experience. I think I haven't really appreciated the V8 in its excuse me, in its full yet. I think going down the mine shaft at 250 odd k's an hour into the old sunset at 200 plus, whatever it's going to be, relying on all the downforce, those huge, that huge amount of rubber that's on the track, relying on that. I think that's going to be quite an experience. I haven't felt that yet. Our car is exceptional, like I said. So I think with a bit of the lady luck, I think we could feature quite well there. I'm certainly looking forward to the experience.
Well, Richard, unfortunately, I know that Red Star didn't quite turn out the way that you expected. I know you will be back for Swartkorps in full flight mode as such. But what I do want to say is that we just want to say well done for Passion for Speed, Swartkorps. You finished 2nd overall. Unbelievable result. And not only that, amongst all our drivers, you were voted as the driver of the day.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it all.
Just want to present you with your trophies.
Fantastic.
And congratulations.
Super. Terry, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. Roy, thanks very much. Awesome.
And driver of the day.
Awesome stuff. Thank you. Thanks, Roy. Much appreciated.
Well done.
Excellent.
Super. We look forward to a good result at
good stuff.
Swartkorps again.
Thanks. Look forward to the next noggin. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, Richard Fuller, super result. Next up, I want to call Mackie Adlam. You guys all know him. You've known him for a long time. And this guy seems to make sure that he is in every interview, every result. Welcome.
Thanks, man.
Have a seat. Mackie, there's a reason that you third on the bill for our interviews, and it obviously accounts for not only Swartkorps, but Red Star as well. So, Mackie Adlam, your winner for both Passion for Speed at Swartkorps and Red Star this previous weekend. So, welcome, bud. Congratulations. You obviously, there's one thing that Mackie Adlam knows how to do, and that is to win races, win championships. But 2 good rounds, and obviously helping you to get those extra points in the championship to obviously by quite a good margin. Well done.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it's first of all, it's an absolute privilege to be part of the Formula. It's a blessing to be part and to be able to do what we do, and it's only a privilege to be on the track, win races, and enjoy what we do. It's a passion that we all share.
Well, fantastic. As I say, I think what is it, 4 times V8 Supercar champion?
Yes, a blessing.
Absolutely. And I think when you start looking at the challenges that you are sitting with, Thomas Reeb, you've got guys like Julian Familiaris, Franco di Matteo, 2 times champion, but we have a few guys that are coming back that are ready to take you on. Previous champions like Ben Morgan-Rood and some other guys. So what I wanted to ask you is that as Mackie Adlam now, he's won so many championships. Is there anything that Mackie is, you aspire to now, to obviously move forward in, or are you content to continue on racing and every guy that comes up to challenge you to take on the challenge and take it head on?
Yeah, of course. I think the thing is that we are all here to win. We are all here to chase the championships. And we will fight for everyone that comes along. And as you just said, Thomas, Julian, Franco, and the new guys. Like Richard just came in, yourself, and not to mention all the historians and the guys that made the formula that it is. The Bens and the Sorrels and the Rolfs. Just for interest's sake, Rolf is also the reason that I have started V8. So. He's done a lot more than just championships. He has been a stalwart of the formula, as you guys have been.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Mackie, I must say that we seem to have you up here for the same reason. It's obviously it's podiums, it's finishes, it's pole positions, bonus points, victories as such. I'm proud to say that not only did you take the overall victory at Passion for Speed, but perhaps after a challenging qualifying where you had a mechanical issue, you've come back and taken the overall victory at Red Star.
Yeah, yes, you're going back to the Passion. Thomas got pole, got the blistering pace. Julian was extremely fast, Franco, yourself, so it was the qualifying was very close, and unfortunately the safety car spoiled for a very good race. I think that the last few laps would have been with a body rub, I think. Yeah. And then the second heat, I just live for the second heats. I love them, and we managed to get through the inversion, and that gave us the win. So nothing else, nothing more. I absolutely love Red Star. I can't get enough of it. The facility and the people. But yeah, you know, we broke a diff in qualifying, set us back, and I had to be content with a different ratio for the race, which was a bit hard. That white Patco Mobil 1 Chevrolet was wide, and out of the corners I struggled a bit, but you know, again, it ended up well for us at the end of the day, and we are privileged and blessed to take the win and the points, you know, and take every point you can, and that's consistency, and points will give you the championship at the end of the year.
Yeah. Well done. I think there's one thing that Mackie Adlam can say, and that is that you broke a diff in quali, but you also have a team that can change a diff in record time. And you know, I think maybe we just ask you, you know, who makes up your team? Who are these guys that actually sit there and watch you and analyze? And when you come in and say we've got a problem, and I think before you blink, there's a gearbox change. I even would put it as far as to say there's an engine change, there's a diff change, whatever, you know. And I think that I'm asking you this because I think it's key to the championships that you've won, because I've seen your guys work through the night, changing an engine, arrive the next day, maybe not a win, but a podium, and podiums win you championships.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I think every driver in this formula is on the same page as that, you know, that without the team and the guys that make behind the scenes, we are nothing, you know, and I'm absolutely blessed with a team for the past decade and a half, if I can recall, that has been there, you know, doesn't matter what time of the day or night, what it had to be done, they would do it with a blink of an eye, as you said, and with all that time standing next to the track, they would even know what the problem is before I even enter or can say a word. That's how in sync we are, you know. And I mean, there's so many to mention, you know. My brother, you know, Johnny, the Reeb family, Ronnie, Uncle Ronnie, Mornay, Ulrich, you know, France, my wife Michelle, you know, she's been the backbone for myself in my career, you know. And there's just so many to mention, you know, and that's a privilege by itself. And then there's the younger generation that's the rent-a-crowd part of it, you know, that they also just love being part of the formula around the cars, you know, rolling around in tires from baby age, you know, and this is what the formula presents, you know. It's not just a race, it's a memory. And I think the day that we pass on, the only thing we have left of each other is memories, you know, and I can for surely say that this formula and this people, they create that for me and my team.
Fantastic. Well done. Well done, really. Super result. Before we get to the presentation of trophies as such, I just want to say that we have our store with Mobil 1 V8 Supercars clothing, hats and t-shirts. And the question that we're going to be asking tonight, and we will pick from the people that get the answer right, we'll have a lucky draw, and the question is to win a Mobil 1 V8 Supercars shirt, and it's going to be signed by you personally. And the question is, how many championships has Mackie Adlam won in Mobil 1 V8 Supercars up to now? Mackie, well done.
Thank you so much.
You've won not only first overall at Passion for Speed, but you've taken the win at Red Star. So congratulations.
Absolute
and
privilege.
Call up Roy from Aval Edenvale to come and present you with a trophy.
Awesome.
Well done, my man.
Yeah, first overall.
Oh, thank you.
For speed. Yeah, first overall. Let's start. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Well
Thanks,
done.
guys.
We're a little bit out of order, but our second last guy that we're going to be calling up for the night is Warren Lombard. If Warren can come up here and come, I think he's run away. This guy is in fact he's hiding. Hold on, here he comes. Welcome, bud.
Nice to see you.
Warren, Wazza, as he's known by everyone. Just reflecting on your result at the Passion for Speed, you obviously did well, and we saw some good things happening with your car. Things with, obviously brakes, etc. Big improvements.
Yeah, we've been working a lot on brakes, handling, a lot of setup, and I think it showed in the second race. First race, obviously under yellow, we didn't see what happened in the last closing stages of the race, but second race, I might have bumped a couple of people, apparently a lot, but it was definitely not on purpose. And so things are getting better. We're getting a bit faster. Just looking for that last 0.2, 0.3 to get right to the front.
Well, if you look at your progression over time, obviously it's just improving. So, well done, man. It's obviously it's good. I think our biggest goal in Mobil 1 V8 Supercars is to get people as close to the front and at the front as possible, because if you look at it now, I think you'll agree we've probably got 10, 12 people that can win a race at any given time.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the last race, I think there was 6 or 7 people in 0.7 of a second. So it's nice to see the field nice and close and tight. You don't want to have 10 guys running away or one guy running away, or big spaces. So if everyone's nice and close, it makes better racing. I think everyone here is to race. They don't want to just run away. So it makes a big difference as well. Getting everyone to the front, getting everyone closer.
100%. We've got 2 races to go. Championship is looking good. I think you're lying 4th at the moment. The points are close. Obviously, Swartkorps is a good track for you. You've had good results there, but we have a newfound territory for Warren Lombard, and that being Kyle Lamy. Yes, you've raced it in a Cobra, but obviously now you're going to be in a Mobil 1 V8 Supercars. Anything that you might do preparation for, to get prepared for Kyle Lamy?
Definitely, obviously, the Kyle Lamy is completely different to Swartkorps and any other track that I've been on, especially in a V8. Again, it's just practice, testing, setup, and obviously the tyre strategy will come into play again, where last time we got caught out with the tyre strategy. Hopefully this time we'll have our plans up and we'll know what we want to do for Kyle Lamy. Obviously it's a big one, and we want to do well there. I feel like I've always been fast at Kyle Lamy in the Cobra compared to Swartkorps and that, so I'm hoping I can just carry that through with the Falcon as well there.
And Warren, we obviously we've got a few new guys into our series. We've got some new guys coming that are going to be taking part at the Kyle Lamy event, the Kyle Lamy 9 hour. Richard Fuller, you've got guys that have been racing with us, JP, Nokia. The guys are quick. Obviously from our side now, we have got the challenge set, and there's a bar that's been raised within our formula. And what do you think is key to guys that are looking at coming to race in this series? What's probably the most important thing that you think that they would need to know?
Preparation and testing, definitely. Look, it's not easy. I mean, besides all the new guys coming in, it's been tough with yourself, Mackie, Thomas, Franco, even your dad. I mean, there's guys that are been here for years. They've raced well, they race hard, and just to get through them and get past them is a challenge on their own. Never mind, like the new. I still feel like I'm a new guy, but the new guys coming through, that they're fast, they're quick, they're keen to overtake, they're not keen to let you through. So I don't know. I think on any day it's different, which makes it the best racing, because there's so much different types of races and guys coming from different formulas. Everything makes it harder. It's not that easy.
Yeah. Well, listen. I think, like we said, we touched on the whole thing, that there's a lot of guys that can win. The reverse grid is I think you can put your hand and draw out of a hat on who can take that. Mackie seems to be able to put some passes in place that he just sort of knows how to park that Jaguar.
He opens doors that aren't there.
Yeah, that aren't there. So it's obviously it's going to be a challenge. But let me ask you this: your current point situation. Are you optimistic? Do you think that you can obviously aim for that top 3 now? Is it looking promising? Are you confident that you can maybe actually pull another position up in this championship?
Look, I think we're about 30 or 40, I can't even remember, maybe 50 points away. But in saying that, a DNF and maybe a win, which is what is our goal at the moment, just to get that first win under the belt. So anything can happen. 50 points is a lot, but 50 points, 75 points over 2 races. I was talking to Julian about that earlier. I mean, it can change anything. It's quite tight with myself and you for 4th. But it depends what happens at the front. You've got 3 hungry guys looking for the championship, and anything can happen. Yeah. So if everything plays well and we get our win or a second somewhere overall again, maybe we're in there for 3rd place.
Well, I want to say that we always put it out to our drivers for driver of the day. It was a very, very tough decision. Your result at Red Star was outstanding. On the podium again. Great for your team, Pep Boys Automotive. Congratulations.
So I get driver of the day?
Unfortunately not.
You do.
It was close, but not that close. But I want to say well done. Second overall for the day. It was super.
Thank you very
Well
much. Thanks, Ted.
Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, we're really doing it.
Well done. Super result for super result for Warren. I would like to call up Carl Nel. Welcome, Carl.
Thank you.
Have a seat. Carl, welcome back to Mobil 1 V8 Supercars.
Thank you very much. Nice to be back. Eh?
Carl, you've been part of our series before. You've been out for a long time.
Yeah, a long time. 10 years, eh?
10 years, but not that you haven't been behind the wheel. I know that you've been racing other V8 categories.
Yeah, we did a season in Cape Town. V8 Masters. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Well, I think obviously it's done you some good racing. At least not being out of the seat for a long period of time. But welcome back.
Yeah, it's
welcome
great.
back.
No, it's very nice to be back.
Carl, firstly, congratulations. A fantastic race at Red Star.
Yeah, no, that was unexpected, totally.
I think that if you look at maybe returns and obviously new competitors, because effectively you're a new competitor back again. It was a great result, super result. I mean, if you look at Richard at Swartkorps, and all of a sudden you arrive at Red Star, this car's running, you're overtaking guys, you're running up, chasing guys at the front, and it's a very good result for Gears for Africa Racing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally unexpected, of course, but you know what? We just did a few changes on the car, and with the help of our good friend Franco, because Franco knows how to set up a car, gave me a few little tweaks, and gee whiz, it was like 2 seconds, and this car just hooked up, and we were starting to go.
And Carl, just for the guys out there, I mean, they're seeing this Chev Lumina, black with luminous orange or luminous red, or whatever you want, luminous pink, let's call it. Can you just tell us a little bit about the car, the history of the car? I mean, it's obviously something special that you've got your hands on.
Look, I don't know the histories of the car too much, but I do know that the car was an ex-Orbi car, I believe. One of the brothers had the car, which I purchased. And look, there's a lot to do on the car still. We're still running the old setup with the spring settings. So we just bolted on radial tires. And we're still running our old spring ratings on it. So that has to be changed for the next race as well. which I'm sure the car's going to do a little bit better after that. You know, so it's a little change. It's only our second race, so yeah.
Now, and Cole, I mean, we're told now that this is not the only car now that's going to be part of the Gears for Africa team. Do you want to just maybe just tell the guys, the people out there exactly what that's about?
Yes, what we've done, we've actually purchased 2 of the Orbi cars. My son Michael Nel is going to be joining the team, and we're busy prepping the car at the moment, and we're hoping to get both cars. We're definitely striving to get both cars into Swartkorps for the next race, and we're excited to see what's going to hold on that.
And just give us a little rundown on Michael's experience. In fact, if I remember correctly, Michael actually did a couple of races in V8 Supercars as long back as you. Call it 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, well, there we go, 10 years ago. So what we actually had to do back in those days, I had to get special permission for him because he was under 16 years old. He was 15 at the time, and we went practicing, and the guy's got talent, and he climbs into a car, and all of a sudden, I think the first time he ever climbed into a V8 supercar, he went around Swartkorps and did a 6, for nothing. He comes from nothing, not a go-kart, not here, not there, and I saw the potential, so I got special permission, and I think the best he ran around Swartkorps was a 3 dead at the age of 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Carl, Red Star, your return. You obviously raced Swartkorps, just finding your feet in that, but all of a sudden, Red Star, Carl Nel, back in it. Your first heat race result, I think you finished 3rd, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. Yeah.
Good race.
That was brilliant. Yeah, it was
fantastic race. I can't recall who you got past there. I think it was Warren with a lap or 2 to go.
That's it. Yeah.
And unfortunately, in race 2, firstly we had safety cars, red flags, all sorts of things. I think you might have done an extra lap for some reason, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But
we missed the red flag.
You may have missed the red flag, all the flags. But you did an extra lap just to keep the tires warm, obviously.
I think it was so we didn't have to keep the tires warm that day.
So, but I know, unfortunately, there was you obviously in race 2. I saw you went off, you cut over, managed to save it with a fantastic save over the grass and all of that. Might not have ended the way you wanted to, but by and large, Carl Nel, big positivity. The car's good. You're comfortable. It's there.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to be there. Yeah.
And lap times, positions, everything is good to go.
Hundreds.
Well, just want to say, Carl, congratulations. Driver of the day. That first heat, unbelievable. Worked hard. It was actually faultless. And I personally think that if you possibly had a bit of a better qualifying, closer up to the front, you would have been challenging at the front there with the guys, with Mackie and Thomas and them. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well
much
done.
Appreciate it.
It's
man.
well deserved.
Thanks. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Just put it down. Well, guys, thank you very much. That's the end of our prize game for tonight. As you can see, the guys are super excited. We've got 2 races to go. Championships are not decided in any way whatsoever. A DNF, podiums, you name it, anything can decide where this championship ends off. But we look forward to seeing you guys at Swartkorps on the 23rd of October. Unfortunately, we're not certain. There is no certainty around spectators. However, Swartkorps and their management, as well as the production house that runs the live stream, will make sure that everybody is in touch with what's going on with that race day. So we look forward to seeing all the numbers there of people watching. We will share we will share all the heats on our Mobil 1 Supercar page on Facebook, as well as on Two Wheels TV on YouTube, and you'll be able to catch both heats and highlights on Mobil 1 V8 Supercars TV on YouTube as well. Once again, thanks very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at our next event and our next prize giving.